Here we go. The mic's working now. Weird, it isn't turning itself off when I switch between Dinkum and Belly. Anyway, first step of the day, we'll do the daily, eh? There's more. And it's up. Good morning, Teresa. How's work treating you? Mine's brown. Alright, let's go to more. Mine is brown. Mine is brown. EX. Hmm. Oh, there. Right, let's go back to Moana. The picture event actually doesn't go on for very long, so you kind of have to do it in order to. And it just recently. I want Pete as well. I think Pete's a good one. Got 4 more to do. Yeah. Your days going okay. I'm off today. Ah, well, that's lucky. What you gonna do instead? Stay up all night and play video games. What you should do. Mm. Oh. This daily. Only 3 of them. An apple. Oh, that's just mean. They hit the whirlpools twice. Woodland hawk. Last bit, so. But your nails done. Now you're watching TV and playing Dreamlight. Nice. I endorse that behavior. Oh, yeah.
It's nice to see you.
Start taking up some daily stuff I do. And actually, we're very close. Inks here. We only need 13. So it's a question of whether there's 13 inks today, or it's going to be like one of those low ones where there's like only 8. Oh, no. I have all the hedgehogs. I can't get the orange one. The orange one's just not unlocking for me. I am logging in when it is available. It's just, it doesn't seem to be picking up for me. Very annoying. I think I'm just getting unlucky with it. I've got all the hedgehogs. I'm just trying to work towards feed hedgehogs daily because I don't want, because that's what the one I always get trapped on. Like the one I'm doing in Storybook Vale at the moment, which is taking me a long time, is that one. But this is my way of kind of avoiding that issue. I need to find the hedgehogs every day and tick them off, and I don't need to worry about them anymore. Annoying because it's pretty much the only thing in Honeyglow that I've got left to do. Like, everything is pretty much 100 except for furniture, clothing, and companions. But I mean, the furniture and clothing it can't really speed up. Damn hedgehog. We're gonna basically do Dreamlight duties until my break. because I do really want to finish the majority of them before the expansion. The expansion, what, is only like in 4 months. It might take a while for them to focus a little bit. There's the machine. Hi, Keith. That's a new name around here. Keith, I don't know how to pronounce the surname there, or your second name. I'm not even going to try it because I feel like it would just be insulting. How are you doing? Aim to find the other hedgehog. It is this one area, right? Oh, it's Glue Meadow. I was completely wrong, man. Idiot. I'm not used to seeing new faces around here. I feel like I should speak like Eeyore. I say that, I completely forget that I. Dave, you've been getting new people to like every day for weeks. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I think it does help them a little bit more consistent nowadays. But I think it's just when more regulars come, we end up getting more people. So Teresa's typically like here straight off the gate, and so she's helping kind of the algorithm throw it out there even more. So I'm very lucky. And hey, Yasmin. I think the shorts do help as well. Sometimes that's how people find me. So you do help with that, Yasmin. Ron early. Yeah, again, I'm having trouble sleeping recently. And I find that it passes the time a lot quicker if I just dream. Alright, well that one's done. Let's start over to Wish Blossom. Not Wish Blossom, we want Storybook because we want to get those inkies. Jasmine Dave's a little slow. Shh. Quiet. Am I slow? Wish Blossom Storybook Planet the creditors. Took a break and have to catch up, yeah. Why am I a little slow? Why are you gonna be slow for? Your face is slow. That's hurtful. This is not helping the bullying allegations that you guys have. Because yeah, I mean, I swear you guys do bully me quite a lot. And this is what puts off newbies. Like, if this guy's been treated like a locale, why should we pay any attention to him? A lolcal, a locale. Is it low or lol? I'm pretty sure it's lolcal. And it's fun as inks. Here's the inks for today. There they are. So we need exactly 13. So let's roll that dice and see if we get lucky. We will be okay, Dave. Alright, I'm a big boy. 7, damn it. I need 6 more. Alright, there's some in here. I don't think it's going to be 6. Oh my god, I think there's exactly 5. Oh no, maybe it's 4. I need 2 more. God damn it. Good, finally got all the hedgehogs today. God damn, everyone's getting these goddamn hedgehogs. I can't seem to get the orange one. It doesn't seem to spawn for me. So I got the orange one here, and it's not here today. It's the only one I need. It's taunting me. I have been getting it once in a while, feeding it, and then it just doesn't unlock for me. I'll get it eventually. I need 2 more inks, and then I've completely finished all the storybook vow duties. And it just doesn't seem to be there, so I'm gonna just have to wait. And so maybe I'll log in tomorrow and top it off. I'll do it on stream. It's only 2. And then I've finished all of them. So close. Anyway, let's go to Wish Blossom and pick some trees, eh? But yeah, congrats, Keith. Congrats. Good achievement. I think you have to feed them 4 times, Dave. I think I missed the first day of the first time because I was a day ahead, so they didn't spawn on that day. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll get it next time. But something I actually noticed today, which is a fun little fact. When I last looked at the routine duties, and I looked at it, I think last week. I think I even did it on stream. When I looked at the routine duties, where is it? And I scrolled along, there were 2 more weeks to go, but now they removed a week. This is the last week. 7 out of 7 used to be 8. So I think the next update is not going to be next week, it's going to be the week after. Because they normally give a week grace period. So I think the update, or the next update, is going to be coming on the 29th / 30th. 30th for me, 29th for you guys. So in 2 weeks. And it'll be interesting what comes with that. When it comes with a single character, in this case Wreck-It Ralph, they normally attach other things with it. So I'm going to be interested to see what they're going to include with this one. What do you have to cook for routine duties? A lot. A lot. So I need a little bit of mist to do those. For the routine duties, actually. What do you have to cook for the routine duties? I don't think you need to cook for anything for the routine duties. I thought you meant the actual duties itself. Or the Dreamlight duties. I don't think you need to cook anything. You just need to hang out. Or which one do you mean cook? You mean shake up your snack routine? Is it that one? Pretty sure that's like a protein shake or something. And you have to drink it. So you have to cook it and drink it. Probably just drink it, but... Alright, well, we go and get the tea. Or let me just actually check for if anyone in the dream team needs anything. Or Spy needs pixie dust. You're welcome, Spy. Alright, let's go back to storybook. Yeah, it says shake up. I believe you have to drink a shake. And I think that ticks it off. You can make a shake, and then you have to drink it. So it's not cooking it, it's actually drinking or eating it. If memory serves me right, because I got stuck on that one too, and then I ate it, and it worked. Even though it's got the cooking symbol. Do some little bit mist grinding as well. I should also mention that there's been a lot of earthquakes in New Zealand over the last 12 hours. So let's just hope nothing bad happens. There's earthquakes all the time here in New Zealand, but recently they've been a bit bigger than normal. That's like my biggest fear as well, that there's a massive earthquake and there's heaps of power cuts. Because I don't really have a way of charging my machine if there's a power cut. So I don't know what I'm going to do in that situation. They say go to the hospital, but I'm pretty sure the hospital's not exactly going to be quiet or easy place to be at. Go. We farm. Do some farming.
What a pleasure.
Got it. Think you did it work? Hopefully it works. Because I remember getting stuck on that one as well. And I'm pretty sure I just drunk something and that's how I did it. Come on, geese, get to it. apparently my quest is to get 10 million gold in the bank. Try and keep it around that line. I'm making progress with it. Got 2 million at the moment. There's one thing I do notice now. I run out of money a lot quicker when I'm doing my rebuilds. I need to stay pretty well moneyed up. You have to feed the hedgehog before noon. Next chance is Saturday. Well, the hedgehog for me isn't there today. I fed it yesterday. I logged in and fed it, but I didn't unlock it because I'm a day ahead and it works on local time. So Keith, you're probably still sitting in Thursday. I'm in Friday now. Fortunately, it doesn't spawn. But next chance is Saturday is pretty much my goal. Log in on Saturday and just tick off that box finally. Otherwise, it's just gonna haunt me. Here's my stacks of stuff. Just haunt me until I get it sorted. My pumpkins away. Nice. Nice. So basically, once I get a full chest, I'm going to sell a whole bunch of them, and the goal is to eventually get. Once I got 10 million, it's pretty much that's going to be the cap, and I keep it there. Probably wait until it drops down to 8 million. Top it up. Oh, I'm really sorry. By the way, Yasmin. I don't know if you're still around, but I am very sorry. Give my most heartfelt apologies. I had to chuck that purple one in. Extra island. Charts away too. 3-star island. I really do wish that you could rename these islands. I will die on that hill. I think that is one thing that they should implement, and it feels like an easy thing to implement. Being able to rename all the islands. Where's my purple section? Oh, no, it's... Oh, yeah, it's not. And that's my blue section. My purple section. Oh, yeah. Always got spares on the table, though. Should we work on now? Look at the behind it. If you notice behind all this, it says there is no map for the zone. Some places are waiting to be discovered. Yeah, funny. Alright, Wish Blossom. Do the critters. So which critters can we do? So we'll do the geese. Geese first. Do the normal goose. Do the golden one. And the black. Goose, golden, black. Do the black and golden now. Oh, the black and goose now. We can do that one though. Well, about an hour. Alright, where's the white one? Wasn't the white one just there? Oh no, that's the one that's... the one I've actually captured and put down. Alright, Sven, I'm going to be running around for a while. So. Let's get rid of the geese following me, because that's just... I'll go for it. Ravens. Come on. This is probably the one that's most time consuming. That and the Wish Blossom. Getting rid of the dry Wish Blossom ones. Alright, that's done. Next one is the black one, Silver Summit. So annoyed that I only need 2 ink. Working on that for so long. Alright, well, those are all the ones I can do until 7 o'clock. I have to remember to do it. Well, brown skunk. Oh no, I can do the normal skunk. Runaway river. I make sure until I've ticked them off, I've got a stack in my inventory to do this. I don't need to stress about it. There it is. I think I need to do like a lot of this. So this is going to be my life a lot every day. I'm going to log in. Eventually, I think I'll probably take the goose one off first. Just because it looks like it spawns a lot more. Yeah, the geese have got, yeah. That will be in the same par as we, look at all that. So we're not even up to the 3rd tier. Yeah. Skunk's going to be a nightmare. But hey, I'll start somewhere. Alright, well that one's done. Do the bees now. Honey Flats, Pixie Flats. And Sunday Shores, that's at 7 though. Alright, so we can do those 2 now. I think the bees are the worst, because they can get bugged depending on where they spawn. This one never gets bugged, so this one's always like, gimme, the best one. The best one to guarantee it. But the honeybee and the other one that I'm about to get if it spawns in a certain area, you won't be able to get it. It's very frustrating. Yay! And it's Sunday Shores. Is that it? No, Pixie Fight. That's one. I think one of the problems as well, once you've like built out the area, nightmare trying to find it. I'm gonna do this for you because I do need to get some of these. This doesn't stay here, so hope you can see it. Alright, at the one area that you don't want to spawn though is in this little cubby here because it gets bugged a lot. Luckily it doesn't look like it's in here, but if it's ever in here it tends to get bugged. So you could be chasing it around for literally hours before it will work for you. So I normally say if it spawns in here, just don't worry about it. Just do it a different day. Otherwise you'll be running around forever. Where's the bee today? Oh, there it is. Gotcha. Found you, buddy. Oh, another memory hit. Alright, so at least that's 2 ticked off, and pretty much we can't do anything until 7 o'clock. Oh, finished a memory too. It's a good day. No, it's a good omen when that happens. It's a good day. Alright. What can we work on? Feels like the cooking ones we should do, but I need more mist to do that. Which I would mist grinding gear. Here's a good mist tip. I think Tina. Oh, Rapunzel is. Oh, Peach Blossom. I need 15,000 more of these things. I need to jump over 15,000, not 15,000, 1,500 more of these in order to finish that duty. It's going to be a bloody nightmare. So whenever I see them, I have to remember to jump over them. It doesn't help they're not easily spotted where they've... Tend to can get around about 10 or so. They spawn pretty quickly too. I've just neglected jumping over them for so long. Anyway, go back to what I was trying to get Rapunzel. She's not in here. Okay, of course. Where is she? Game is lying to me. She's not in there. Grab that. My handy dandy spreadsheet. I'm gonna get my handy dandy spreadsheet out. I can figure this out. Gaston, Damn Dave, Sadness, Tramp. I saw Tramp earlier. He's in there. Alright, we're good. I'm not seeing Tramp. I think the game lied to me again. Is there anyone else in here that can do it? No. Yeah, my list, no. Well, that's annoying. Maybe. Maybe it was Tina's joint that were actually. I know Tina can do it. Alright. Let's go smash out some time beating stuff for a little bit. Just until we get around about 5,000, and that should do me. Stop. Nearly at that 5,000. I don't mind these when I see them now. I just don't have a lot of them. Alright, there we go. 5,000 mark. Where? Clear out these while I go for good for they're good for the updates because these count as night forms, but they're annoying to keep around. All right. The default one I always use is forging. Always seem to pick up stuff. Handy dandy spreadsheet should help with this. There's Nala. Nala. Eve, Berlin, Lady, Stitch. I don't think you know them. None of them there. God damn it. What the fuck is that? Umbrella, apparently. For sure. Yes.
Hello, darling.
Alright. Well, what's the first one? We'll go for the lowest. Which is cook this one. I would have started a machine somewhere as well. Find this. I'll just find it. Soak that up like. Yeah, that's the fruit. It's the fruit one. Alright. Yay. Alright. Off. Fruit. This one. Alright. Still quite a lot, so I'll put another 30 on. Click away. Alright, so that one's ticking away. The next one. Cook this one. Oh no, because of the fish one. Now I'm pretty sure I put the fish one somewhere. Of course. This one? I think maybe the... Oh, I think this was the seafood one. I think the fish one I put over here. Oh, I thought I had put the fish one here. Oh, yeah, I did. I didn't put it back on. Needs to be a wish blossom. I don't really have a lot of wish. A fish, I should say. That one. The one that says at least 30. That one's. Because that's veggies as well, so that took a few boxes. Alright, well that's taking it. Alright. It is the lazy way of doing it. Is that? I'll do that. I can claim that, however, if I just use that one I did before, because that does a veggie and it does fish. So this one. So if I do 2 of those, I should progress both of them. Cool. That's nearly done. Well, that should be actually done. What's the next one that's ready? Seafood. Yay. Right. Oh, that counted as a veggie one. Oh, I've already done the veggie one then. Alright, well. Oh well. Which one's seafood? Oh no. Here we go. Alright, let's put more seafood on. Yeah, because I was using beetroot. Alright. Well, now I just have to wait for those to tick away. Harvest bushroot mushrooms. I probably could do that with the machines and just do a quick scan of them. Still at the same time. Fish and Glamour Gulch. That's a grindy one. I probably would focus on that. That I could use a potion for. Don't have a lot of mining potions left. Sell the gems. Might be a bit hard. And that one's Pixie Acres. Alright, so a few of these are really grindy ones. But might as well get started, right? That's part of beginning anything is starting. Do a dill run. Now, hopefully I've set... Pretty sure I've set the machines everywhere. Should. The only area it doesn't pick up is down here, but not a lot. Rello should chuck one out for me. Or don't. That's a joke. Really? Really? Hates me. Yeah. I don't have these machines yet built for these areas. That should be easy enough to do. I should have. I haven't. Yeah. Machine. Delta actually. Quite a lot. A little bit at a time. It's going to be one of those ones very grindy, but slowly make progress every day on it. Alright, well that's the deal done. Of course. For some button stuff. I don't think there's a one for that one. Oh. A waste 40 missed on that. Cool. Now what it doesn't grab is what's in the cave. Check the cave. That's enough. Just made it worse. Damn it. Oh. Ah. Ah. there you go. OCD is satisfied. I think that's what annoys me about this game sometimes. It's because the respawns happen all the time. You can never get 100% clean. It would just always be dirty. Those things would just constantly respawn back. The machines help, but they only help temporarily. Alright. They do up here now, and I'm pretty sure I have it on machine there. How much progress have we? No. It'll be one if I do at least one every day. Will tick off a lot quicker. Okay. Especially if I set up the machines right. Because I have to move the machine so much at the moment. Feels like more of a chore than anything. What else? Oh, what else? Well, I've done the button mushrooms, done the dill. I've fed all the animals. Hatching, mining, and planting is pretty much the only things I can really grind out right now. So how about we do the fish one? Because I'll need fish for more cooking stuff. So we'll do that one. Switch over to fish mode. There's a fishing buddy. No Pumbaa's.
Timon and I are the bestest of best buddies.
Everyone here.
Alright. Pretty much going to be our lives for the next 15 minutes. And so what we'll do... Oh. What we'll do... After break, so our break's in 15 minutes. We'll do this until break. And then once we're back, we'll feed the goose. Build the golden goose. And the bee, yeah. The goose and the bee. And then we'll work on an area with the roll of the dice. Time's gone very quickly. Well, for me, anyway. It's different when like I'm grinding something out. It seems to go over it a lot quicker. That's good for my seafood. Does it count as a fish? I'm pretty sure it does. Too far away. Yeah, they do count as a fish, so. Ooh. I only need 16. No, that's wrong, Dave. How much do I need? 35. And it's always a bit of luck thrown into this whole equation. There's one you have to get a fish. And sometimes it's like a fruit hanger or whatever. Oh, I ate too much, but oh well. They haven't made much progress since I last called out how many I've got left to do. Still counts as a fishing item, the coat hangers. But the turtles pick it up. But it doesn't count as a fish. It counts just as a... I don't know. I'm pretty sure it doesn't count. It's like a fishing item, but it's not a fishing item. Well, it's not fish. Whoops. Alright, about 20 more to go. And there's a chance we could actually finish this by break time. I didn't think we would, but... 10 more. Then we have to do this all again. Because we have to do the same thing with Pixie. But at least once we do it, it's done. Actually, I should really pick up these memories that pop out so I don't get doubles.
What a morning.
Yeah, we'll get the memory too. Derek, I don't think you know how to fish properly.
Never gonna believe it.
If I get it in the pool, I can guarantee a fish. Alright, I just need 5 more in 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure I got this. I probably won't start on Pixie today, but it's just another thing we can work on next time. Because right now we're kind of entering in the grindy stage of the expansion cycle of just trying to get all the duties done. Just like we did with Storybook Vale. Storybook Vale is so close to being finished, and I should have finished it before this one came out. But I'm going to be so proud of myself to tick that box off. Don't know how I'm going to do the Wish Blossom one. The Wish Blossom one, I'm just going to have to just, every time I see it, just get on a mountain and ride over them. Slowly grind that through. I don't know the math, because with Inks, you know, they spawn one area. With Wish Blossoms, they kind of spawn everywhere. Not really one isolated area. Yay, alright, that one's done. The next one we'll probably do next week is this one. My lower, that one's gonna be harder because there's a lot more I need to grind out. But I'll do all the food ones once a day. And then tick them off like that one. That one. That one. Yeah. A lot of these are going to be very grindy. But once they're done, they're done. Alright, let's back over to forging. Forger. Stitch is a forger.
Hello?
Because probably after next week, my theory proves right. We're going to have to switch over to getting ready for the next update. After the week after that. So, prepping mode. Come on, buddy.
I have no idea.
Go dump everything. Yeah. Stuff down my page. A lot of it's just food. Second button. Like a dill too. Dill's starting to pop up though. Sorry, not pop up. Stack up. Oops. Get a good amount of sprinkles too. Finally. What happens when you start grinding through it, Dave? I've neglected it for a while. I don't know where I put these. Put them somewhere. Pretty sure. This one, it doesn't table very well. I don't know where this one goes. And does it? Ooh. I do have a table for it. Well, I'm gonna put here until I figure out where else to put it. Someone might have taken it from the table, and I just don't realize where it's supposed to go. I'm down to the fishing market.
This is so great. I'm making a bunch of new friends.
Any new stacks there? Oh, a couple new stacks there. Stack of that. And stack of tuna as well. Good. A stack of that. Where's that? Am I not seeing it? Maybe I don't have a stack. There. Alright, we'll sell the excess fish.
How's it going?
And this is where I put this fish. I'm gonna put that there for now, so I need it for the cooking. My tuna is here. And then finish there. Alright. I'm gonna go on me 5-minute break to get my coffee and my meds. We'll switch over to machine first. it's not really switching machine, I'm switching to the portable unit. And so what I normally do, while I do this, I explain it. Because it does pass the time a lot for me. So for those that don't know, I'm on the heart transplant list. I've been on for 2 years and 6 months now. I was originally told it was only going to be a 6 month average wait. So, going well with that timeline. And what I have to do every day is unplug myself from the wall, which I have to plug myself into while I'm sleeping, and move over to this mobile unit called an LVAD, which stands for a left ventricle assisted device. Whoops, accidentally whacked the mouse. Does it suck? Yes. Do I have to wear it in the shower? Yes. Do I have to wear it everywhere I go? Yes. Is it driving me up the wall? Yes. Yes to all those things. And that's why you see on your screen there's a transplant fundraiser. That's actually for my fundraising post-transplant. So the amount you see there is what everyone has donated towards it. And actually, inside and outside the streams, basically random family, friends, and so forth, which I'm very, very grateful, which I'm still struggle to be okay with, because I'm not very good at taking stuff from people. That's why when you see me when people donate, I'm very awkward and uncomfortable about it. Alright. Put that in here. Where is it? There we go. Alright. That's all done now. And so what I have to do every day, after I switch over, what we normally do at this time, is I go get my coffee, and I take my medication. Which is a lot. So I'm going to go do that, and we're back in 2 minutes to continue. And we'll roll the dice, this little dice here, of which area we're going to remodel today. And we'll go through the list. Alright, so back in a second. We're back. We're back. Alright, so let's get a list of places that we need to work on. Alright, I'll try and make this a little bigger so see. There you go. This is my list. So what we do is we roll the dice and whatever number lands on is the area we'll work on today. Number 1 is Beauty and the Beast, 2 is Snow White, 3 is Little Mermaid, 4 is Bambi, 5 is Robin Hood, 6 is Fantasia, 7 is Enchanto, 8 is Moana, 9 is Big Hero 6, 10 is Tangled, 11 is the Wish Boston Ranch main center, because we dedicated an area to our main center. 12 is the Wish Boston Ranch theme park. 13 is Cars. 14 is Coco. 15 is Bugs Life. 16 is Seeing Red. 17 is the Turning Isle main center. 18 is the Turning Isle theme park. 19 is Mousetown. That's where Mickey and Minnie live. And 20 is Mickey's area. So some areas will take longer than others, but some won't. So we're going to roll the dice and we're going to see which one it lands on. Damn it. 18. The Turning Isle theme park. Okay. So we'll color code it before we get started so I remember which one I'm working on. Oh, no. Purple is the word. Oh. Oh, alright, there we go. Whichever. Alright, let's go. So that's going to be around the docks. It's a little bit smaller now on my screen. Alright, so this is the area at the moment. Every theme park has all the crops from that particular buy or from the expansion, essentially. So we've all got the crops, got all the rides because they're all Pixar rides, but only can use all the Pixar stuff. It's just a case of I've done most of it. It's just about fleshing this out a little bit. Oh, can I move this around? Now, what I'll also do is I put the booths from the other characters in the theme park as well. Mainly because I can't get rid of them. And I didn't realize that at the time when I put them down. Now, what every area should have is a vacuum. I don't think it does. That's Ratatouille's area, we don't need to worry about that. It has a vacuum here. So I actually do need 4 vacuums for this area to be complete. So this one's probably gonna take a few days to do. I'm gonna have to grind out a lot of vacuum. But in terms of decoration, it doesn't need too much. I need to kind of clear everything. Alright, these are kind of items I've found over time that I kind of want to put around it. Maybe I'll make this aliens. Make this the buzz section. Should put statues of all the characters. That's the inside out section over there, I guess. Now the camera's stuck. Yeah. decorate things with trees afterwards. Star Adventurer. I think that's just generic. Can't tell if that's Pixar or not. Put it close to this area here. That's Toy Story as well. So. But. Put my one out there in the section. Well, that looks like Toy Story stuff. Yeah. Oops. More of those. Hmm. Popsicle. Oh, that was. Let's cut. Monkey's right. Monkey should be right. Get more of these seats, but where to get them? I don't even know what the label is. Check on the wiki, I guess. Pop. Popsicle stick. There we go. Popsicle stick bench. That's what it's called. So if I. What's it called? Can't find it, so maybe I have to buy more. I hate how the trees can't get rid of the holes, but the furniture does. Hey, Spy, how are you going? The order to you. Yeah. Yeah, quit visiting. G'day. Are you off? Are you off into town or something? Mm. Get rid of this junk. I'm gonna need some vacuum, so I think I'm gonna be stuck. Probably working on the area for a while. Hey, TQ. Oh my gosh, you got Pooh's raincoat in your mailbox. Nice. I still haven't got the piglet clothesline that you get from a Twitch drop. It says I've unlocked it, but it's just not appearing. It's very frustrating. Put some of these down. Yeah. Didn't really need to do too much work. I can't put something there. Or is there? Oh, that's sorry. You got the closing line valves. It says I've unlocked it, which is very frustrating. It just doesn't say I've got it in the game. Then I haven't got yours is if it's clotheslined, may need a ticket. Game about that. Yeah, it's frustrating because I think that would be perfect for Piglet's area when I work on it. But I really can't be bothered with it. So it's like a mix of laziness and stubbornness. Oh, whoops. Well, my theory is that the next update is going to be coming in 2 weeks. So I'm not too worried of running out of things to do. Other people haven't either, which is strange. I've even unlinked my accounts on Twitch, the game Dreamlight Sally, nothing. I haven't linked them up. They're still saying they're linked. I double checked that bit. Make sure, because I know that would be the first thing. Like, have you linked them right? Yeah. I definitely have linked them correctly. I mean, these things I don't really revisit once I've kind of stocked up on them, but it's always good to have them pass. There's some little trees there. Mind you, I've seen a support ticket for another broken quest. They probably get a lot. They get a lot of tickets, probably. And they need to put the drops into premium shop for everyone who can get them others years ago. I agree with that, but then if I guess the argument is, well, if we start doing that, that means no one will go to the Twitch drops, because then they'll just say, oh, I'll get it later. So it's a bit of a risk on their end to start doing that, because it degrades the whole idea of Twitch drops. And I completely agree with you, Spy. Like, for the record, I'm 100% on board with doing that. I just can see the argument against it. Alright, well, I think I'm happy with how everything is laid out a little bit. I should get rid of that and then on a little bit. Not the new ones, but the older and neon ones. Yeah, I know, but it will still have that argument. It's like, well, if we wait long enough, eventually they'll be added back into the game. Because I'm a big believer in that. Like, I don't really like exclusive stuff. Because FOMO, the idea of FOMO in gaming is a dying concept. It's not working as well as it used to, and no one really likes it anymore. And it's a deterrent for people to play a game. Why Marathon is dying, and why a lot of other games are dying. Marathon's got a whole list of other problems, but it's part of the equation. Alright, everything looks all nice and tidy. Don't want to move anything. Yeah. Alright, so the last thing, I need that little hangout area for them, don't I? The hangout area. I've got enough seating. That's good enough. Theme parks don't really have hangout areas and stuff. Where is it? My list. No, we won't do cooking stations or crafting stations for theme park areas or hangout areas. That'll be a new rule. I'm implementing that rule now, but it will need to have vacuums. So I will need to get 1, 2, 3 more vacuum. So we are sadly going to be grinding that for the rest of the stream, probably the rest of a couple of streams coming up. It's gonna take a while. Yeah, FOMO's the worst thing in gaming right now. Yeah, 100%. Did you see my requests? I can't remember what I asked for. Yeah, I think I fulfilled them. You asked for pixie dust. I fulfilled them earlier today. Well, when I logged in. All done. Alright, well, let's go for... where is Sadness? Sadness is my go-to unbending person. Pretty much we won't do another area until we have finished off this theme park area. So this is pretty much going to be our last for a while. Yeah, thank you. I needed that for crafting things. Yeah, I think that's one of those hard resources to grind out. I'm really starting to build up my pixie shards though, because I'm gambling on the fact that they're going to be used for something else other than just items or item replacements, especially with Wreck-It Ralph coming up. So I always thought they were holding off Wreck-It Ralph for a new multiplayer feature. So a part of me is a little bit hopeful that we'll get something multiplayer related in the next update. And they did add in Dream Teams, and they could go, alright, we're going to do a big revamp of Dream Teams. Because they will have the stats of how widely they're used and so forth. So it'd be interesting to see whether the stats kind of back it up for them to invest more into it. So it would be cool if they expanded it, say, like, to maybe double the amount of people you can have in it, so you get 20 members and so many things to it. I think 10 feels too low, too small. Especially how, like, it's supposed to be a casual game, so, like, you're not supposed to log into it all the time. So if that's the case, then having more people would make more sense. Not everyone would be logging in every day. Yeah, I'm very intrigued with this update coming along. It is their second to last update before probably they dropped the new DLC, which makes me a bit nervous because typically the update before they drop the DLC is typically very light on content, just because clearly they're putting the resources into that. But with the adventure pack, it makes me even more fearful that maybe they need to chuck even more at it. Be interesting if they do another adventure pack next year. They haven't really stated it. I think they're just making up as it goes along. It seems like there is some planning that's put into it, but I'd be curious what the next expansion pack is going to be, or the DLC. Because they covered a lot of bases already, and they're doing Underworld. It looks like they're doing Underworld. And it's a question whether that's going to be jumping the shark or not. Because just how to explain the breathing underwater bit. Okay, so I need what this does for Alpine Cobblestone's path. Yeah, no worries. I need to still unlock a lot of crafting stuff for them. I'm going to be doing a lot of grinding soon for gems, so I can see myself getting a lot of pixie dust. I kind of do like this routine that I've kind of fallen into of like first hour of my stream I just grind out a Dreamlight duty. And the second half is actually a design work, kind of fixing up things. I think this one's going to be hard to move on from the Inferno Isle one. Or theme park. I didn't realize how many machines I needed. On theory, I need 15,000 mist for each machine. So I'll need... how much? 65,000 mist. A lot. Or didn't know how numbers worked. So this is going to be my life. Too bad you can't give mist. I mean, you could build something. Well, I mean, what resources could you trade that you can deconstruct? I don't think you can deconstruct any resource addition. So I have a ton of time benders and mist snippet bundles with villagers and companions still trying to figure out how people grind 10 million on treasure item streams. they hack it, like, let's be honest. A lot of them hack it. I mean, you like you know, you guys see me play, so you know I don't hack or anything, and I've got what 2 million gold. It's easy to get 10 million if you try hard enough, but a lot of the time the treasure islands they're just hack. Oh, you missed. Yeah, there'd be some kind of trick to it. I find like it's more satisfying for me to grind pro because there's not a lot to do in this game. Let's be honest. Like the ceiling of what you can actually do is hit once you've done all the quests and everything. So you kind of have to make your own goal. And if I was just given everything, and this is the problem that I had with thinking with people coming over and just giving me a whole bunch of stuff, it defeats the purpose. Like it doesn't feel like you've earned it. And so I'm happy to kind of do the grind the way I'm doing it. But you clearly the ones that get that much miss. I mean, you could... I don't know, like, there's, what, 76 different villages now or something ridiculous like that? If you made them all time benders, how much do you get for mist? Surely someone on the internet's done it, right? Someone's made a video on what if you did every single villager right now and made them into a time bender. Like, how much mist would you get? You probably would get quite a lot, right? I'm surprised no one has. I mean, I could do that test, but I'd have to take a lot of... I would have to I'd take a lot of Dreamlight to do that. And I probably have enough to do it. I just really don't want it. That's the main reason why I don't want to do it. It's just because I just generally just don't want to. I'll agree, it would defeat the purpose of hanging out with two villagers at once, never mind two companions at once, yeah. I think... yeah, I think that's why I kind of like doing things my way. I do want multiplayer to be used, and I do want... I think that the multiplayer feature will help give this game legs, because the problem with this game, it doesn't have huge legs outside of once you've done all the quests and everything. If you're casual, it definitely has a lot of content for you. But I think if they want to think about how can we make this game last another 5 years, if you add in the social element, it changes things dramatically. I think they've probably even got more out of Dream Snaps than they initially anticipated. And I think they can expand on that. I think the problem they're going to have is like the only way we can really dive into that is with some kind of chat feature. And I don't think they'll ever go down that route, which sucks because I'm an adult and I like to chat with people, and it's a lot easier to chat in the game. And I don't think I'm going to be personally inappropriate. May do some left field jokes once in a while, but outside of that, I can't see it being too bad. But it's all, you always have to go, what's the saying? You always have to move as the slowest carriage, so there's always going to be people that abuse the system. Just we have to get people into monitor the world chat. I mean, it depends if they implement the world chat. I mean, with AI scanning and all that stuff, it is more possible than it used to be. But I mean, if they introduce a chat feature, right? But there's no world chat. There's just a Dream Team chat, right? What's stopping someone from making that like a Roblox kind of predatory kind of thing? Like, it's so hard, and there's so much risk associated with it, and all it will take is 1 dickhead doing it. I mean, dickhead in the loosest term, because they are a lot more evil than just a dickhead. Abusing that system, that getting out in public, and it has Disney's name attached to it, and it'll be a shit show. They potentially could lose their license to make the game loft, and they don't want to. You don't want to piss off Disney, and so the risk far outweighs the benefits they'll get out of it. So if they do implement anything like that, they're going to have to be extremely careful. And that's why I don't think they'll do it. It's too much. They can barely sort out the most basic bugs in this game, let alone like a chat feature. It's just, yeah, it's a minefield. They're pathological liars, manipulators, of course, and that's the case with any system. There's always going to be people that push the boundaries of the system or break the boundaries of the system, and you see that all over society, not just in video games. You know, you see that with beneficiary system. You always do, regardless of how many safeguards you put in, regardless of what you do, there's always going to be somebody that takes advantage of it. There's no way to protect 100% against that. It's just impossible. The key to it is how can you prevent it? How can you do the best to prevent abuse as much as possible? Because you're never going to eliminate it. Because public shaming is a lot more beneficiary. You get a lot more out of public shaming than you do with just making safeguards. The minute someone's public shamed, that destroys their life a lot more than just being caught. Which is why, like, in courts, you always hear about name suppression and all that. The minute their name is out there, they're forever tied with it. That's why I always find it funny of, like, everyone trying to say, well, people on the benefit just take advantage of it. Nah. A very small amount of people take advantage of being on the benefit. And that's proven in stats over and over and over again. It's just what they say is not reality. And this is where you have to go, all right, people are always going to take advantage of the system. There's nothing we can do to prevent that. We could try, but you're never going to prevent it fully. How can we just prevent people from abusing it to begin with? If you make the restrictions harder, well, I'm really talking about beneficiaries here. Kind of moved into the more political side of it, but if you make it harder for people to get on the benefit, you punish those that they were innocent. And that's the same case with the Dreamlight side of it. If you don't add in a chat feature, you're kind of punishing those that wouldn't abuse it, like ourselves. It's like, where do you get the balance? What's riskier? Well, I hate if narcissistic behavior was in a game like this. Bad enough to see it inside of Facebook Dreamlight Valley groups when some lady got offended by a moderator of this group I was modding as well. And this lady stalked my mod friend's social page and threatened her kids. Why do you spell threaten that way? Grade 8 to them, kids. How did this lady have time to do that? So, of course, we kicked and banned her, reported her on Facebook, later her account was terminated, but still over a game like Dreamlight Valley. Yeah, there's always going to be people like that. I mean, someone the other day said, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit, I hope you don't have any heart conditions because you got the COVID vaccine. And a part of me was just like, well, I do have a heart condition, but if I point that out, they will say that it was because the COVID vaccine is the reason why I was born with a genetic deformity 38 years ago. It's not really how it works, because the doctors were able to prove that what I had, or the bicuspid valve, had been there all my life because of how much it deteriorated and all the historical kind of evidence that was there in the valve. But she will blame the COVID vaccine, or it changed your DNA, blah, blah, blah. It's not how vaccines work. If vaccines had the power to change your DNA, how many people do you think would have developed vaccines to like change every bad thing about genetically they are? Yeah, where's the logic of that? It's not scientific explanation to people. Yeah, exactly. And people believe it. And then when you point it out, they make you seem like fucking idiots. It's like, well, if if you don't believe the ones that study this shit all their life, then what hope is there? What hope is there for society to grow and become better than the last generation if the current generation is dismissing all those learnings that we've learned? And that's why, statistically, and they've come up and said this, that the next generation is apparently getting dumber. And that's not me being a dick. That's actually some facts. Like less people know about how to fix computers or basic stuff, and they don't know how to do research themselves because they're so used to using Google or using ChatGPT. That generation coming through is not learning the ability to know how to do proper research. They just go on Google or go on ChatGPT and find the answers and then believe that. And that's so risky. Because that's not how facts work. Sometimes the most real facts are the ones you don't like. And that's okay. But if you dismiss real facts just because you don't like them, you end up in this hole. We end up as a society going backwards because we're not learning from the mistakes. We're not learning from all the knowledge. We're just choosing what we believe is right, and then I think things are going to get worse if we do that. When has doing the wrong thing ever gone right? I don't think it has. I don't think it does go right. Sometimes real facts are friends we made along the way. Exactly, Jasmine. At least we'll have friends at the end of the world. Don't know if that's a good thing. I'm an introvert. It doesn't really work for me. I've got a button now for my heater, so I'm just pushing my a button on my Stream Deck, and it's the most warmest thing in the world. I love it, and that's why I'm so glad for my girlfriend. My girlfriend's a fucking genius to work out that. She's got a home assistant now, and we're hooking everything up, so now all the lights are like smart lights, and we've got one button that switches off all the lights in the house. We've also got an Auckland mode, as we call it. So when we go to Auckland, we switch into this away mode, so it turns on some lights to act like we're home, but it switches off all the non-essential stuff. It's great. If anyone wants to force chemicals into us, then they'll just put it in the water supply. To be honest, if they wanted to force stuff into us, they would do it. At the end of the day, vaccines have proven to have solved a lot of problems. Chickenpox, polio. If it weren't for vaccines, we'll be screwed. But the problem is now people aren't believing the vaccines, even though we've had them for so long. That we're going backwards again. It's like, we've figured... Imagine curing a disease and then going, you know what? Let's bring that back because I don't trust the cure, but the cure hasn't really caused a lot of problems. Even if, let's say, 0.0001% of all people that take vaccines do have a bad reaction or something bad happens to them. The opposite result is thousands, hundreds of people dying. So, pros and cons here. The con, yes, maybe 1 in 1,000 people have a bad reaction or die. The pro is 1,000 more people are living. It just, I just find it ridiculous. Even if it was proven that vaccines have a 0.01 chance of killing me, I'd rather do it than risk dying. Especially in my situation, now that I have a heart condition and everything. If I get a condition like that from somebody that's not vaccinated because they're like saying, no, I don't like vaccines, blah, 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 and I die from that, their decision has an impact on me. So I lose because of their decision. And I don't want to be honest, I don't want to live in a society that people are just like, I'm going to do right by myself rather than everyone else. Just fuck everyone else. I have a heart about all that stuff. People rather do the selfish thing than do what's right by everybody else. And you get that a lot in politics, is people going, me, instead of going, who's actually going to make everyone's life better? Not just the me's or the ones on my side. Who's going to look out for everybody? And it does make it hard that a lot of politicians don't do that. They don't go, hey, I'm going to help everybody. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm going to help you. You know? I think there is some political parties in New Zealand at the moment that are pushing that kind of narrative, but they're the smaller parties. I just hope enough people get on board with it, because the only way life can change is if we put the right people in charge of everything. Sometimes the real facts are the yeah, the rest of that. Anyway, I'll go on my rant. It's just, I remember when growing up, this didn't used to be an issue. Like, even in my, like, early 20s, like, I didn't really care who was in charge as long as they were doing the right thing. But nowadays, things are just so shitty. You just want someone in charge that's actually just going to do the right thing, and they can just shut up for 4 years or, like, 5 years or however long your politics election cycle is. Why can't we just go back to that? Everyone's freaking angry with each other. I liked it when we didn't give a shit. I liked it. I liked it when, like, we didn't have to worry about it. So we could just, like, yeah, politics are run, and everyone's looking. They're all doing the right thing. They're looking after each other. There's no corruption and all that shit. We need. I don't know. I'm over the shit. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm over it. I don't know. I like ranting stuff. There's one thing the Dreamlight Valley does. It brings up the politics in me for some reason. Dinkum doesn't do that. For some reason, Dinkum doesn't do that. I think it's because I do a lot more grinding with Dreamlight Valley, so I've got a lot more time to think in my brain. Because this isn't interesting, let's be honest. I'm just searching for mist. It's not that interesting. I have to entertain myself some. And it's either this, or my mods are insulting me and attacking me. So I don't really have a lot of options. It's either talking about politics or being abused by the mods. I have to decide every day which direction I want to go down. Well, we're nearly at the 15k. I don't know if we'll get it by the end of stream, but we can at least try and build it. I think because we've got a lot of the parts, I don't think it's going to cost us the full 15. But I'm going to give it a go anyway. Now, I do have some news, though. I will not be streaming next Wednesday or Thursday. So I do apologize. Next Wednesday and Thursday, I'm being flown by work to have our annual meeting, because we are a remote team. And a lot of them haven't actually seen me in person ever, or for a very long time because of the position. So next Wednesday and Thursday I won't be around. So I do apologize. So no Dinkum and no Dreamlight Valley for those 2 days. I wonder if they introduce more Star Wars. I'm super curious of which characters they're going to introduce with the next DLC, because they normally go always Tangled, right? But I think we're kind of ticked off all the Tangled characters. And so I'm super curious of what we've got left. I do think if it's an underwater one, we'll get a lot of underwater characters. Finding Nemo is a classic one. But I can't really think of too many I mean, you've got Flounder, I guess, for Little Mermaid. I guess that one makes sense. What other water ones have we got? I think we've got too many water franchises, do we? Outside of Finding Nemo. I'm sure there's more. But they try and do a bit of a smorgasbord of different characters. Exactly, I've seen that on TV and films, then out comes the conspiracy theorists. Yeah, I think conspiracy theorists though have always existed. Yeah, I mean, think about Area Area 51. It's always been around. Theories have all been around. The problem is now the internet's kind of gathered them up into a spot to all kind of confirm, like use their own biases and confirmation bias. That's it. They've now all kind of been able to get together and all agree on a particular narrative to make the conspiracy theory thing a little bit more legitimate. And that's the thing. I mean, conspiracy theories have always been around, even before the internet, before even computers, before everything. Conspiracy theories have always been a thing. I think just now we're in a society that we can all talk to each other about conspiracy theories, so it reaffirms people's beliefs, even though they might be incorrect. I think now we used to have encyclopedias and particularly authority boards and knowledge boards and areas that you could go and go, can you confirm the facts for me? So there's no doubt. But the problem is now it's all kind of corrupt and mishmash and government authorities. I mean, people are moved from government authorities if they don't go with the narrative and so forth, that it starts to get all mushy. So we need to go back to like more neutral authorities. Like in New Zealand, we have the Electoral Commission, which is a neutral entity that is paid by the government, but it's designed to be neutral and it works independently from the government, and they're the ones that decide, you know, the boundaries of like districts, I guess you guys call it, in America call it districts, and how much seats they are. You don't get redistricting by political parties. That's all done by neutral. So they do it all based off the census and all based off that kind of data, and they're completely separate. And they make the calls of where all the seats of parliament actually sit. And because it's a neutral party, it tends to be a lot more even in terms of population distribution and who gets what. Not governed by a particular political party. And I like that. And I'm surprised they don't have that more in other countries. I don't actually know how they got it in England. I know in America it's done by the political parties, which makes no bloody sense, but... Alright, so let's make the machine. I think we've got enough time here. I mean, I have my own theories and things, but not in real life problems. Mine are more materialize what games are like, not like backseating, but guessing what it is. Yeah, I like that. That's more like theory crafting and being a fan. There's a difference between fan and then you move into the more kind of controversial side of things. With real life problems of politics, my mouth can get myself in trouble sometimes. I try and downside it so it doesn't leave me so crazy if they're worse. I mean, I think what bothers me is when people make sweeping declarations on things like Jacinta was a tyrant. She's not a tyrant. The pure definition of a tyrant was basically they would imprison people for political reasons. They would be unreasonable. But the reason why the lockdown happened was based off legitimate fact. Was the fact of if you lock things down, a disease doesn't spread as much. That can't be a disputed thing. And the fact of the tyrant, that probably saved my life. Now, knowing what I do know now about my heart, if COVID raged and I didn't get the vaccine before I got COVID, I probably would have died because my heart wouldn't have been able to handle it. And there's probably a lot of people that were in a similar scenario. And I'm very, very thankful for that. And it's hard for me to ever like get on board with people just, saying, that kind of stuff because facts, funny enough. because I would die. I mean, that's basically the outcome. Why is it not coming up? Oh no, that's right, because I need to go on this table. That's why. Move, Sully. Entry machine. There we go. Because yeah, no, after finding out how weak my heart actually was by the time I actually ended up in hospital, the theory is if I got a severe heart infection, it would have been the end. So I was very lucky. And I know a lot of people disagree with it, and that's fine. This whole point of society is to disagree with it, but I don't like people disagreeing it in a sense of like she was doing it for malicious reasons. No, she wasn't. Tyrants do things for malicious reasons. She was doing things because she got told, based off their medical advice and everything she was told, that this was the best course of action. And she took that advice, and it could have gone both ways. It could have gone really well, or could have gone really badly. She has to take the call because she is the leader of the country. Sometimes you have to make calls that people don't like. And the alternative was people to get very, very sick, and the situation get a lot worse. For a lot of people. And people still died of COVID, unfortunately, because they got it. But just imagine if the ones that didn't get COVID during that time. The whole idea was, I remember when she first came out, she said, the whole idea isn't to completely eradicate COVID, because that's impossible. It's to buy enough time so everyone can get vaccinated. So when it does go through the country, it doesn't affect or impact too many people. And I think she achieved that. From my opinion, the problem is it's reached a point where if you agree with her, you get labeled, and if you disagree with her, you kind of put it into a camp. I think it's fair to disagree with you both sides, but you shouldn't really blast anyone from disagree. I have a hard time getting on board with the idea of what she did was wrong, because now that I know what I know, I probably saved my life. There's all the evidence points to it. Probably saved. I don't have to tell you this, but first time I did a Pfizer vax, I got sent to St. John's wing for monitoring because I fainted. Second time I got it, Dad had to be near me when I did. Nothing happened to him, yet still, I was one of those high-risk individuals. Third time, I guess I was fine. My body get used to it. Still when I got rats tested, always negative. That shocked me the most, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a vaccine. It's still, the whole idea of the vaccine is to, and especially in the early days of it, it was like first version of the vaccine, so it wasn't the best version of the vaccine because they were just like going, oh fuck, we need to do something here, and just made it up. I think I have a hard time. I will never get on board with the whole conspiracy theory about COVID. Like, I think there is an argument there, though. You could point of some place in China being the originator of it all. There is actually some good evidence now. Now that I've seen now the more recent evidence. At the time there wasn't, but now there is. That there was something going on there that caused it, that initially caused the outbreak. But I don't agree with the whole, the vaccines were doing anything bad to you other than just trying to protect you. But I honestly think, I mean, there's enough people that were involved in that if it was a big conspiracy and big evil thing, you would hear about it. Very publicly, you would hear about it. They didn't just make it up, Dave. It was properly tested. Well, yeah, they tested it, but I mean, they kind of were just scrambling a little bit. So a lot of time, vaccines and all that stuff go for years of testing before they're made public. Like there's a lot of cancer drugs and a lot of drugs that are going through the system right now. They go for years and years and years of clinical trials before they're released to the public. With COVID, they didn't go years and years and years because they didn't have that time. They kind of did a few months of testing and then released it. So they kind of did it rather quicker. And that's what I kind of mean. It's like it was the first version of the vaccine. And that's why the flu vaccine changes every year. That's why you have to get the flu vaccine every year. It's because they're constantly refining it and making it better every single year. It's the same with the COVID vaccines. Every single iteration of the vaccine, they got better and better, and now it's good, and it's taking in all the other strains that have evolved from it. Because just like any species, a virus evolves, and that's why there's so many different strains of COVID and so forth. Flu vaccine is different every year because the strains are, yeah, exactly, because it's evolving and it's changing. But they're also improving the vaccine to include all these different variations. And the same with the COVID is that they didn't know exactly how it was going to react on some certain people. Well, they did some testing, obviously. They did quite a lot of testing, and they were fairly confident. But at the end of the day, without clinical trials, they don't know 100%. Anyway, we're going to leave it there because this is going down a rabbit hole. I need to go to work. So thanks for everyone for popping along today. Thanks, Spy. Thanks, Yasmin. Thanks, Teresa. And thanks, Keith, if you are still around. Do appreciate it. If I never see you again, I hope you have an amazing day. Hey, Jesse Cat. Sorry you caught us at the end there. Thanks, everyone else out there that is watching the VOD. I really do appreciate you. Try and stay in touch within the Discord. We're going to be around there. My theory of the update coming in about 2 weeks' time, so we're going to start getting a little bit of news for that. And as I said, I'm not going to be streaming Wednesday or Thursday next week because I'll be away. But I will be back on Monday. I'll be back on Monday. So if you want to get in touch with me, reach out to me on Discord. But I'll always be around. Thanks, everyone. I really do appreciate you guys every day for popping along. And the fact that we're getting more and more regulars popping around, and we're getting this really cool little community and chat. I really do appreciate it. It does mean quite a lot to me. I posted something on Discord. Have fun. Will do. Anyway, I got to go to work. I already procrastinated enough. Until next time, everybody. Kia ora.